Okay, here we are with another episode of Time Travel TBR, August edition, August 2025 tradition to be precise. So today I am so excited to be talking about all the books that I plan on reading this August. There are quite a few books that I've been thinking about getting for a while, or picking up, I should say, for a while. And so if you have not heard about this Time Travel TBR game before, pretty much it's me going around the board, rolling a die or dice, depending on how I feel that month, and selecting certain books based off of some prompts. So if you want a full breakdown of how the game works, go ahead and click this video here, which is the inaugural video that breaks down all the rules, how the game is played, and what to look out for. So check that out. And then also I did read quite a few books off of my bookshelves in July. So even though I didn't technically play the game, I still am going to count some of those reads for points. So here it is. Here's the points that I have accumulated since starting the game back up this year. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into roll number one. And this month we're going to just do one die and see how this goes. Hopefully I don't regret this. And let's do roll number one. 5. Challenge card. Ooh, a blind pick. So for roll number one, I got blind pick. And for that prompt, I've selected about 5 books that I have a stack of that we can, go ahead and pick from. I'm going to close my eyes, shuffle them up, and then we're going to see which one will be added to my TBR. So this is the stack of books. We have Yellow Wife by Sadiqa Johnson, Walkable City by Jeff Speck, All That Is Secret by Patricia Raybon, Isabel and the Rogue by Liana De La Rosa, and Black Gotham by Carla L. Peterson. So we have a pretty good mix of books that are from various genres. So I'm curious to see which one of these will be added to the TBR, but let's find out. So as you can see, I'm having my eyes closed, honor system. And I'm gonna shuffle these around. I'm shuffling them around, and we're gonna see which one. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, I hit the mic. Okay, we're gonna see which one is going to be the one that I select. Okay, so, oh wow, I promise you I wasn't trying to go after this book. So the reason why I'm saying that is because I have had a current craze, I guess, or fascination or interest in the Gilded Age because of the Gilded Age TV show on HBO. I've been, diligently watching it every month. I have been diligently watching it every week. There we go. Okay. And this is Black Gotham, a family history of African Americans in 19th century New York City. And this is by Carla Peterson, as I said. This is the book that actually caused Julian Fellowes to want to write about the Black elite in the Gilded Age TV show. He was really interested at first in writing about the Vanderbilts, I believe, was his focus in the Astors, but he picked up this book on his own and he really was interested in it. And then he hired the historical consultant for the TV show, Dr. Erica Armstrong Dunbar, who wrote Never Caught and She Came to Slay, by the way. But anywho, she wrote those books and he brought it up to her and she said, oh, actually my colleague, my close friend actually wrote that book, Black Gotham. And so this was kind of the framework to build up the character of Peggy and her family and the other members of the Black Elite. So yes, I'm really excited to read this, yay! Especially because, the season is about to wrap up for the Gilded Age. So I'm excited to kind of read this as we're drawing to the end of the season for at least the next year and a half. Okay, roll number 2, another 5. Jump band. Ooh, a book over 500 pages. Oh my goodness, okay. For roll number 2, we got a jump band card with the prompt, a book over 500 pages. So for that one, I selected Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. I believe this is book 1 in a duology. And yes, it is book 1 in a duology. And this is like a historical fantasy book, I believe. It says a stunning new adventure set in the kingdoms of the Remnant. And it has a very short blurb on the back of the page or back of the book. So yeah, I mean, I've heard really good things about this series, or this duology, I should say. I know it was like big on TikTok for a while. I don't have TikTok, but I just heard through the grapevine about that. And I've obviously had this on my shelf for a very long time, so I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing if I enjoy it, you know, because I think she has other books that she's written. So if I really like this one, at least I'll have a new author to check out. Roll number 3. Ooh, a 2. Delorean. Okay, I'm making my way through all these. Okay. Contemporary. I think I know what that one might be. We'll see. For roll number 3, I got a Delorean card with the prompt contemporary. And for contemporary, I selected Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. And this is a thriller mystery. I don't know all, you know, what it's about. All I know that it's about a missing woman, obviously. And I think that there's going to be I guess I can read the back of it because it's not really like, it won't be a major spoiler, I don't think. You know, it's a pretty short blurb. Shelby Thibault is the first to go missing. Then Meredith Dickey and her 6-year-old daughter Delilah vanish just blocks away from where Shelby was last seen, striking fear into their once peaceful community. After an elusive search that yields more questions than answers, the case eventually goes cold. Now, 11 years later, Delilah shockingly returns. Everyone wants to know what happened to her, but no one is prepared for what they'll find, and some people will stop at nothing to keep the truth buried. Yeah, that's pretty much the blurb. I've, like I said, heard about this book a lot, or maybe I didn't say this, we'll see. But I heard about this book a lot on BookTube when it first came out, and a little bit on Bookstagram. I think, oh, you know what, who read this recently? I think Cynthia from Books y Café con Leche. Yes, I'm pretty sure Cynthia read this book, and she did like it. I think that is why I wanted to bump it up on my priority list. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out and seeing, you know, what I think about it. I'm not a thrillers kind of person. I have not majority of my unread books are thrillers, but I have quite a few I'm staring at right now that like I have not picked up. But yeah, this is kind of different, kind of will shake up, I think, my TBR for August. So, and we're kind of moving into fall, so I think this is a great, you know, fall read, I would assume. Look at the trees, you know, it's giving that kind of fall vibe. So we'll see. Roll number 4, another 2. Oh man, detour. Let's see what we get here. No! Longest book on my TBR, oh goodness. Okay, so for roll number 4, I got a detour card, and with the prompt, longest book on my TBR. So this one was kind of confusing, and it was only because I did not add this book to my like owned books on Storygraph. So for the longest time I was kind of overlooking it, and I was thinking about another book that was my longest book. So after being a little bit more diligent with my bookshelf and going through the books that I owned, I noticed that the time in between is over 600 pages long, and this is by far one of the longest books that I have on my TBR, and is in fact the longest book that I own. So this is the book that has been added to my TBR for August. This one, I looked it up a little bit, just a little bit of research. This is actually described as Downton Abbey, but set in Spain. If you know me, you know I love Downton Abbey. I've watched it multiple times through. So that really, you know, sold it to me. And also I watched the movie adaptation of another book by Maria Dueñas, and actually that was what drew me to this particular author. The book was called The Vineyard, and it actually was it's a Spanish language miniseries on Prime, and it was very interesting. It was very gripping. It has some like time jumps that are in it, and it's obviously a historical period drama that's set in, I believe, set in Spain, and it's set in England for a little bit, and it's set in Mexico. So yeah, it was very interesting, and I was like, wow, this is a great storyteller, whoever wrote the book that made this adaptation, which I'm assuming that was probably pretty close in the representation. So yeah, so then I looked up for other books that Maria Dueñas has written, and this is what popped up. So yeah, I'm excited to jump into it. This is very long, obviously. 615 pages is very daunting, but this is, I think, set in the I don't know what, this is what, sorry. So this book is, it says it's a richly textured novel that enthralls down to the last page is how it's described. And so, yeah, she seems to be a masterful storyteller, according to the blurb. I mean, I've experienced it with her one, book, or I guess her one movie or show that was based off of her book. So I'm looking forward to checking this out and seeing if I enjoyed it as much as her other stories. Roll number 5. Yeah, roll number 5. The 2. Jump band. A book under 500 pages. Okay, that's helpful. Got both of these this round. Okay. Okay, roll number 6. All right, I think this is gonna get us off the board. Yep, off the board. Whew. For roll number 5, which is our last roll, I got a jump band card again. And this one is actually a book under 500 pages. So I had quite a few books that I was considering to put for that prompt, but I was like, you know what, let me treat myself and just pick a book that I've been wanting to read. And this is The Great Misfortune of Stella Sedgwick by S. Isabel. This is a YA historical romance novel. This, on the blurb or the back of the book, it says Bridgerton meets the Davenports in this wildly entertaining standalone romance following a young black woman in London's high society in the 1860s. I mean, if you know me, you know this is my jam. Like, The Davenports is one of my favorite books, probably of all time, honestly. Like, one of my favorite books ever. And yeah, and then this is also, like, look at the beautiful cover. I mean, look at this, gorgeous. And so this obviously became one of my anticipated releases of 2025. This is coming out towards the end of July. So I'm hoping to at least finish it in like the first part of August so I can, sing it from the rooftops and, rave about it to everyone. It seems from the little bit that I read, because I'm gonna be honest, I read a little bit of it. From the little bit that I've read, it seems like a very sweet book. This is, I read the little note. There's like a little letter at the beginning of the book that's written by the author about the reason why she wrote this book and when she wrote this book. And I really think that I'm going to enjoy it. I don't see why I wouldn't. Hopefully it's very sweet, like as sweet as the Davenports was, and doesn't lean more in the Bridgerton side, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I'm really excited about this. This is, like I said, one of my anticipated releases. So I think I'm going to be a big fan of this book. Okay, so quick recap for the longest book on my TBR. We are reading The Time in Between by Maria Dueñas. For the book under 500 pages, we are reading The Great Misfortune of Stella Sedgwick by S. Isabel. For a contemporary, we've got Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. For the book that is, I believe, what is this one? This is the book that is over 500 pages. That is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. And for the blind fic, we've got Black Gotham by Carla L. Peterson. So this is what we'll be reading this August. Let me know in the comments below what book you are excited to read in August. Yeah, I feel like this is a really good stack. I'm gonna have a great time this August, this month, going into obviously the fall season. So thank you so much, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. So if you enjoyed this video, if you liked it, go ahead and like it. And if you have enjoyed some of my videos so far, go ahead and subscribe and join the fam. We have a lot of fun here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.